Good evening and welcome back to Void 1680 AM. I am, as always, your program director, coming at you on a chilly Sunday night in San Antonio, Texas. If you're a long-time listener to the program, welcome back. We're glad to see you. If you're new to the program and wondering what the hell's going on here, I'll tell you. We here at Void 1680 AM routinely rebroadcast shows from our affiliate stations. What that means for you is fresh playlists, fresh callers, fresh DJs, and fresh points of view delivered to you on a regular basis. That sounds good to you and you're following along on YouTube, be sure to hit subscribe because we give ample notification of all upcoming shows. We've got scheduled through the month, I believe, and several more on the docket. In fact, in 2026, there are so many shows coming in, we are going to 2 a week, at least for as long as that maintains. So, if you don't want to miss out, subscribe. And if you'd like to join that train, become an affiliate yourself, check the show notes for a link to Void 1680 AM, which includes complete instructions for setting up your radio station, building playlists, fielding callers, and submitting your show for a broadcast just like this one. Of course, we don't require that you submit your show for broadcast, but we do recommend the experience, because you never know who needs to hear what it is you have to say. Finally, in the show notes is a link to the Void 1680 AM Discord. Come on in, ask for advice for setting up your station, swap some music recommendations, expand on the lore of your favorite DJs and stations, or just hang out and have a good time. We'd love to hear from you. Now, with that out of the way, tonight's show marks the return of DJ Andy Xavier from WILL in the Chicagoland area. If you're saying, listen, program director, I don't know who that is, well, DJ Andy Xavier previously broadcast under the name DJ Anxious. And, as some of us hope to do, shed some of that anxiety, took on a new moniker, a new format, a new show name, and it's coming back to us with a very, very precise program. You'll hear all about it in just a minute. So, kind of happy for you, DJ. Shed your old identity, adopt a new one, find something new to hone in on. May we all have something like that in the coming year. Without further ado, take it away, DJ.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the premiere episode of Nothing Matters But the Weekend, your brand new show of nothing but skinny tie era new wave. We're talking late 70s, early 80s new wave rock. So not new romantic, not synth pop. There isn't anything wrong with other types of new wave. I like plenty of pop punk music from the late 70s and 80s. I grew up listening to those early MTV staples like Adamant, A Flock of Seagulls, and Devo. But that's not what this show is about. Nothing Matters But the Weekend is dedicated to music before the Jam broke up, before Duran Duran formed. Think black and white checked Vans, tiny buttons on the lapel of your jacket, plenty of awkward sexual frustration. Think skinny tie songs from 1979, maybe as early as 1977, to about 1982 or circa 1983 at the latest. I'm your DJ, Andy Xavier. Nice to meet you. I've gone by the name of DJ Anxious before, but I'm moving away from that here in the South Chicago suburbs on call letters WILL. Welcome to my show. I did a different show here last summer called Midday Sun, where we talked about typical summer stuff like going on vacation, feeling laid back, feeling restless, anxious, grinding your teeth at night, having an upset stomach. Thought we could deal with our problems by talking about them. By the way, feel free to drop me a message or a request at deejayanxious@gmail.com. That's an old email, but I still use it. And I played music that I hope would convince the muscles in our bodies not to clench too tightly. I'm proud of what I did on Midday Sun, but let's just say that some people didn't appreciate some aspects of my show. Some didn't appreciate my programming blocks that reflected my eclectic tastes. According to the suits here at WILL, my playlist was not cohesive. It lacked an identifiable theme. It had no clear purpose. The suits weren't having it. And since I'm not really the most confrontational guy, I decided that it would be in everyone's best interest if I scrapped Midday Sun and tried something brand new. I was told I just needed to pick a theme, like a genre of music, and explore that and only that. Wanted to pick something that was meaningful to me. I can be a little nostalgic about the music I like, and I have an appreciation for a type of music that came on the scene in the late 1970s, maybe 77 at the earliest, and then basically faded away sometime in the beginning of the next decade. And that genre, the core of this show, Nothing Matters But the Weekend, is a specific type of new wave. The late, great Lester Bangs, in a 1999 interview, said that while he was watching the concert movie The Last Waltz about the band's farewell concert, I don't think he was a fan, he realized, quote, why New Wave was necessary. There they are, he said, referring to Robbie Robertson and the rest of the band, so smugly thinking that they're brilliant musicians or even jazz musicians. Just because a guy can play a solo for 10 minutes, that's just scales. It's real pompous. He then added, the only trouble with New Wave is that nobody followed up on it. Everybody thought that the initial gesture was all they had to make. But it was a really exciting burst there for like a year and a half. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what I want to explore. New Wave before it became all about the synthesizers and the haircuts and the MTV video vanguards. I'm talking Rick DeFonso and David Diamond and Doug Feiger, not Glenn Tilbrook or John Taylor or Martin Fry. This is Skinny Tie New Wave. So let's begin with a few songs that illustrate this rich genre. Back in the 80s, towards the end of my senior year in high school, I had a birthday. And my best friend at the time, we later had a falling out kind of over, well, a bunch of things, actually. He did some things I just couldn't. Let's just say he did some things I couldn't agree with. I'm a pretty tolerant guy. But anyways, he and I had the same taste in music, and he gave me the album Nuclear Days by the British group The Vapors. David Fenton, who wrote, sang, and played rhythm guitar on this song, swears that it is not about masturbation, but he did admit he's thankful for the rumor as it helped the song reach number 36 in the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in 1980. This is Turning Japanese by The Vapors.
Nothing else to do. Oh, it's in color. Your hair is brown. Your eyes are hazel and soft as clouds. I often kiss you when there's no one else around. I got your picture. I got your picture. I'd like a million of you all around my cell. I want a doctor to take a picture so I can look at you from inside as well. You got me turning up and turning down, turning in, I'm turning No sex, no drugs, no wine, no women, no fun, no sin, no you, no wonder it's dark. Everyone around me is a total stranger. Everyone avoids me like a cyclone ranger. Everyone. That's why I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Every day when you turn away from your world, boy, you're ignoring your life and all. What a shame, boy. Stay in time, boy, don't get out of line, boy. Take a stand, don't get out of hand. Use your head, you might as well be dead. Get down, boy. Every night slip away to your sad dream. You're denying the love and all. What a sad thing. Stay in time, boy, don't get out of line, boy. Take a stand, don't get out of hand. Use your head, you might as well be dead. Get down, boy.
And I was feeling moody. Donna. Still wanna. He said to ring you up when I was in Toronto. I have lots of friends that I can hang at any time. Can mobilize some laughs with just one call. Like a bunch of lunatics, we'll act till way past on. Sure, we'll be rocking till our strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on. And on, and on, and on. Hey, lady, ooh, you crazy. Well, me and Zero request you in the Mercedes. And then we'll ride. So zoom me inside. The sky's the limit. This time I'm switching to glide. I don't give a hoot about what people have to say. I'm laughing as I'm analyzed. Lunatics and anonymous, that's where I belong. Sure, 'cause I am one till my strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on. And on, and on, and on. I have lots of friends that I can hang at any time. Can mobilize some laughs with just one call. Like a bunch of lunatics, we'll act till way past on. Sure, we'll be rocking till our strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on. This beat goes on. Beat goes on. This beat goes on. This beat goes on. This goes on. This beat goes on. This beat goes on. This beat goes on and on. On and on. On and on. And on and on. On and on. And on and on. This beat goes. Nothing matters but the weekend. From a Tuesday point of view, like a kettle in the kitchen, I feel the steam begin to brew. Switching to ride, switching to ride, switching to glide, switching to ride. Energy can be directed. I'm turning it up, I'm turning it down. Even love can be affected. Harmony's the sweetest sound. Switching to ride. Switching to ride. Switching to glide. Switching to ride. Balancing in my hand. It's out of me. Digging the blind path instead. Everybody gets the note now. Hear it ringing in their ears. Lots of ways that you can go. Look around, no disappears. Switching to ride. Switching to ride. Switching to glide. Switching to ride. Switching to ride. Yeah. Switching to glide. Yeah. Switching to ride. I'm switching to glide. I finally found some way.
All right, I'm DJ Andy Xavier on WILL, and that was This Beat Goes On slash Switchin' the Glide by the Kings out of Oakville, Ontario. That's from the 1980 album The Kings Are Here. And you might have noticed that the name of my show, Nothing Matters But the Weekend, is taken from that song, or actually from the second half, the Switchin' the Glide part of that song. The Kings closed the 1980 Heatwave Festival in Bowman, Ontario, playing with some great skinny tie bands, or at least skinny tie adjacent ones like the B-52s, Talking Heads, or Pretenders, and Elvis Costello, one of the greatest events in skinny tie history. That song was a huge hit on Chicago rock stations when I was growing up. I remember hearing it as the number one requested song for a few weeks in early 1981. And before that was Stay in Time by Off Broadway out of Oak Park, Illinois from the 1979 album On. That song reached number 51 in the United States, and that too was another top requested song on Chicago radio stations back when I was growing up. That had to be all the way in the summer of 1980. That's drummer Ken Hark on the amazing opening of that song. Was it played much in the rest of the country? I honestly do not know. Like I said, I'm Andy Xavier, and this is Nothing Matters But the Weekend on WILL. Hit me up, send me a message or a request at the email. I'm probably going to change it, but for now it's DEEJAYanxious. That's DJanxious at gmail.com. And speaking of my email, I got a message right here. It goes, Dear DJ Anxious, again, that's my old name. You can call me Andy now, Andy Xavier. Anyways, getting back to the email, it says, Congratulations on the show. I listened to your old show last summer. In fact, we talked about Das Racist. My name is Jacob. Remember me? You know what, Jacob? I think I do. I would definitely play Das Racist. So, yeah, anyways. Jacob writes, I know your show is new wave now, so could you play something that MTV was too racist to play back in the day before Michael Jackson broke the color barrier? Could you play some new wave by a black artist? Thanks, Jacob. Well, let me first say I don't know if the suits at WILL would like it if I said MTV was racist, but yes, Jacob, we have to acknowledge that MTV for a time did refuse to play videos by black artists because they didn't, as the network would probably have put it, fit the album-oriented rock music format of that network. You can even watch a video of David Bowie calling out the lack of black artists on MTV during an interview with Mark Goodman in the early 80s. Lester Bangs, who I mentioned before, he warned his Village Voice readers of the white noise supremacists in punk and new wave music all the way back in 1979. So, Jacob, we have to ask, is new wave music done by mostly white artists? You do have some black artists like Joe Leeway of the Thompson Twins, Tony Butler of Big Country, or Tracy Wormworth of the Waitresses. But then again, the majority of the members of those bands were white people. I will say, though, that there are many black artists who might not be skinny tie new wave, actually, might not be new wave even themselves, but who have done some new wave songs, such as Bill Summers and Summer Heat, Prince, for sure, Donna Summer, Fishbone, Cameo, and that's not even mentioning the multiracial two-tone bands like the Specials or the English Beat, if we're looking at the broad umbrella term new wave and not the focus of my show, skinny tie new wave. There's even Basement 5, a reggae punk band, probably best known for Last White Christmas. But anyways, Jacob, found a song for you by a lesser known band, which was basically Motown's contribution to new wave, if not skinny tie new wave. This is from 1984, so strictly speaking, it might be a little late to be skinny tie, perhaps. But this next song is by a band called Tiggy Clay, a band composed of three people, Billy Peaches, Romeo Breath McCall, and the lead singer Fizzy Quick, a.k.a. Deborah Von Lewis, who also wrote songs and sang Previously with the band Bridge, this is Flashes by Tiggy Clay.
Oh, Sylvia, here's a picture of the days we used to dance away, wishing we were older. White Barbie song, just remember that all those skinny legs we used to sing in front at the Motorola. It's just another memory. Flashes, reminisce some more. Flashes, memories again. Flashes, the way it used to be. Flashes, see our memories. Flashes, memories of the town, all dancing in the street. Flashes, flashes. Where's Romeo? Whatever happened to him? And he's gone and married a black gal. Now they're living in West Virginia. In the crash of the book, I hate to take you, let's turn back behind Titanic Bay. Wake up the old Victrola. Wake up the Victrola. It's just another memory. Flashes, reminisce some more. Flashes, memories again. Flashes, the way it used to be. Flashes, see our memories. Flashes, memories of the town, dancing in the street. Flashes, flash,
Hey, look, Elvis Gateway, star quarterback. Oh, man.
Hey, there's Tiggy, and he's bigger than he was 15 years ago.
Well, I think I'll be going to the men's room.
Shake the cat's hand, man.
That's the same hand that shook my head.
Scared?
Call me Father, Tiggy Clay. Father? Thank God.
Flashes, reminisce some more. Flashes, memories again. Flashes, way it used to be. Flashes, see our memories. Memories of the town, all dancing in the street. Flashes, flashes, flashes. Memories of the town, all dancing in the street. Flashes, flash, flash, flash.
Sure does seem like it was a long time ago.
Sure does. Sure does.
Beep, beep. Romeo, here we go.
I know a girl from a lonely street, cold as ice cream, still as sweet. Dry your eyes, Sunday girl. Hey, I saw your guy with a different girl. Looks like he's in another what your loving means to me. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up and wait. I got the blues, please, please, please come see what you do to me. I got the blues. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up and wait. Hurry up, please come see what you do to me.
I can't do this way much longer, expecting to survive. With those hidden innuendos just waiting to arrive. It's such a wavy midnight, and you slip into insane. Let's get into rock and roller. I hear what you're playing. It's an orangey sky. Always it's some other guy. It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, bye, love. Bye, bye, love. Bye, bye, love. Bye, bye, love. Substitution, mass confusion, clouds inside your head. Involving all my energies until you visited. With your eyes of porcelain and a blue, they shock me into sense. You think you're so illustrious, you call yourself intense. It's an orangey sky. Always it's some other guy. It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, bye, love. Bye, bye, love. Bye, bye, love. Bye, bye, love.
All right, that last song was an obvious choice for a show focusing on not all new wave, not Culture Club and Duran Duran, but the Skinny Tie variety. That, of course, was Bye Bye Love by the Cars, released in 1978. Music critic Robert Palmer, not the musician, but music critic, who wrote for both the New York Times and Rolling Stones, said this of the Cars: they took some, quote, important but disparate contemporary trends, punk minimalism, the labyrinthine synthesizer and guitar textures of art rock, the 50s rockabilly revival.
Testing. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but apparently playing the Cars was a little bit too much for YouTube. So we're going to pick up with the next break. Hopefully we pick this up. Let's see what happens, everyone. Just one moment, please.
All right, that last song was an obvious choice for a show focusing on not all new wave, not Culture Club and Duran Duran, but the Skinny Tie variety. That, of course, was Bye Bye Love by the Cars, released in 1978. Music critic Robert Palmer, not the musician, but music critic, who wrote for both the New York Times and Rolling Stones, said this of the Cars. They took some, quote, important but disparate contemporary trends, punk minimalism, the labyrinthine synthesizer and guitar textures of art rock, the 50s rockabilly revival, and the melodious terseness of power pop, and mix them into a personal and appealing blend. Sounds very Skinny Tie to me. When I was growing up, for the longest time, when bassist Benjamin Orr of the Cars, he sang the songs that Rick Ocasek didn't sing, but when he sang the line in Bye Bye Love, It's Just a Broken Lullaby, I thought he was singing, and pardon my language, but I thought he was singing It's Just a Fucking Alibi.
Welcome back, fair audience. I guess playing the Cars is a little bit too much for YouTube. I don't know, those 45-year-old songs are a little hot for copyright. So I apologize. That was the Cars, Bye Bye Love, at least part of it. Anyway, we're going to continue with the good DJ Andy Xavier, and I apologize for the inconvenience. If you have any complaints, please direct them to YouTube and whoever holds the rights to the Cars self-titled album. One moment, please.
All right, that last song was an obvious choice for a show focusing on not all new wave, not Culture Club and Duran Duran, but the Skinny Tie variety. That, of course, was Bye Bye Love by the Cars, released in 1978. Music critic Robert Palmer, not the musician, but music critic, who wrote for both the New York Times and Rolling Stones, said this of the Cars. They took some, quote, important but disparate contemporary trends, punk minimalism, the labyrinthine synthesizer and guitar textures of art rock, the 50s rockabilly revival, and the melodious terseness of power pop, and mix them into a personal and appealing blend. Sounds very Skinny Tie to me. When I was growing up, for the longest time, when bassist Benjamin Orr of the Cars, he sang the songs that Rick Ocasek didn't sing, but when he sang the line in Bye Bye Love, It's Just a Broken Lullaby, I thought he was singing, and pardon my language, but I thought he was singing It's Just a Fucking Alibi. And before that was Sunday Girl by Blondie, a Skinny Tie band, if there ever was one, at least on their first few albums or so. Sunday Girl is from 1978's Parallel Lines, which also contains Heart of Glass, perhaps Blondie's biggest hit. The beautiful and talented singer Deborah Harry turned 80 this year on the 1st of July. So happy belated birthday to one of the coolest, sexiest singers ever. I'm DJ Andy Xavier on WILL, and this is Nothing Matters But the Weekend, your home for Skinny Tie New Wave. Here's another email, this time from a listener named Amanda. She writes, Hey Andy, love the show. Keep playing the new wave bands. I love the Talking Heads and Devo, so the music on your show is my favorite. Amanda, I like those bands too, but they're not quite Skinny Tie. I mean, maybe in some ways they're quirky, they're twitchy and agitated. They got that distinctive sound that isn't quite punk, not quite rock, but I cannot in good conscience categorize them with other bands I play on this show, other Skinny Tie bands. Sorry. Anyways, she writes, by the way, did you know that the song Sunday Girl was covered by the Wiggles? I used to date a guy named Chris whose son liked it. When Chris and I first met, it was super intense and romantic and just a whirlwind of emotion, but then things calmed down. And we used to just stay home with this boy, Caden, and listen to this album the Wiggles did, where they covered songs by bands like Tame Impala and Queen. And that Blondie song was one of them. But the spark kind of faded, and we started to feel like we were boring each other, so Chris and I broke up. I think I miss hanging out with him and Caden listening to the Wiggles more than I miss all that crazy romantic stuff that made my heart beat fast. Which makes me wonder, when is it okay to settle for a boring relationship if it makes you feel comfortable? Is security better than passion? I keep hoping to figure that out someday. By the way, can you play something off the Valley Girl soundtrack for me, like Modern English or the Psychedelic Furs? Thanks, Amanda. Well, Amanda, those are excellent questions. I guess we all need to settle at some point in our lives. But that doesn't mean you should deny yourself some, as I think you put it, passion. I guess it sometimes depends on how old you are. When you're young and inexperienced, that's when you put yourself out there and settle for absolutely nothing. But I think when you learn some things and get older, that's when you learn to appreciate the elements that the younger you would have been bored to death by. At least, I think that's usually how it works. And Amanda, I love those bands that you mentioned, but they're not Skinny Tie New Wave. In fact, I think most of the Valley Girl soundtrack is New Wave, which is great, but not Skinny Tie. However, I can do this for you. See if this works. One band on the Valley Girl soundtrack is the Plimsolls, who aren't quite Skinny Tie enough for me. But the leader of that band, Peter Case, he was the head of a band before the Plimsolls called the Nerves, which then became the Beat, or actually Paul Collins's The Beat, so as not to be confused with the English Beat. Paul Collins's The Beat was the first band to do Hanging on the Telephone, which Blondie popularized. And while the Nerves with Peter Case and Paul Collins were originally power pop, they definitely fit the Skinny Tie sound. This song for you, Amanda, is When You Find Out by the Nerves.
I try to explain, but you don't see. No one can give you more love than me. You say you're waiting for just the right one. You'll try to find me when he let you down. When you find out I was the one. When you find out I was the one. This is the last time I'm gonna try. I still want you, but I'll say goodbye. You say you're waiting for just the right one. You'll try to find me when he let you down. When you find out I was the one. When you find out I was the one, I'll be gone. When you find out it's gonna be pretty hard on you, I'll be gone. When you find out, I hope there's still something you can do. This is the last time I'm gonna try. I still want you, but I'll say goodbye. You say you're waiting for just the right one. You'll try to find me when he let you down. When you find out I was the one. When you find out I was the one, I'll be gone. When you find out it's gonna be pretty hard on you, I'll be gone. When you find out, I hope there's still something you can do. This is the last time I'm gonna try. I still want you, but I'll say goodbye. You say you're waiting for just the right one. You'll try to find me when he let you down. When you find out I was the one. When you find out I was the one. When you find out, oh, when you find out, yeah, when you find out, oh, when you find out.
And it looks like we're back. Struck again for The Nerves. When You Find Out. Pretty good track. Really liked it. Not sure what the problem is. Not sure what YouTube's problem is. Not sure what the rights holders' problems is. As far as I know, there's no way to set my channel to deny or decline monetization because I'm not interested in monetizing the channel. I just want to stream your shows. All right. So, we'll try it one more time. We'll skip ahead to the next track. That was The Nerves with When You Find Out. And now we're moving on to Rodney Crowell, with Queen of Hearts. Let's see. Third time's the charm, one hopes. Off we go.
Midnight, and I'm waiting on a 12:05, hoping it'll take me just a little farther down the line. Moonlight, just a heartache in the sky. Why don't you keep my heart from breaking if it's only for a very short time? I've been playing with the Queen of Hearts, knowing it ain't really smart. A joker ain't the only fool to do anything for you. I've been laying out another line, thinking about a life of crime, 'cause that's what I have to do to keep me away from you. Baby, yeah, you know it makes me sad. Now why is everybody telling everybody what you have done?
Okay, we can't win tonight. What really gets my goat on this one is if this was actual radio, of course, there would be no legal issues whatsoever. But it's not. It's YouTube. If they can't make money off of you, they don't want anything to do with you. So I think what's happening is I got hit 3 songs in a row. It's just going to happen every single song because I'm on the radar now. So what I'm going to do is play the good DJ Andy Xavier's outro and apologize to the DJ and to all of you. Thank you for your patience, and hopefully we can figure this out next week. All right. Take it away, DJ.
You're listening to WILL, and this is DJ Andy Xavier, wrapping up Nothing Matters But the Weekend. That last song was How Much More by the Go-Gos, the second song off their hit album Beauty and the Beat from 1981. But right before that was another unlikely Skinny Tie artist. I saw him on tour with Stevie Nicks last summer. Fantastic show. They even got together and sang Stop Dragging My Heart Around together. But that was Billy Joel's Sometimes a Fantasy, the second song off his 1980 album Glass Houses. A song which is, if I'm not mistaken, about phone sex. Therefore making it another Skinny Tie song about wanting something that just isn't being delivered. Before we wrap up this show, I've got one more email to respond to from Ashley, and who, again, no surprise, remembers the show I did last year. She writes, Dear DJ Andy, she put quotation marks around Andy, but there's really no need for that. She writes, I just wanted to suggest that you should call yourself Anxious Andy. Well, thanks, Ashley. Anyways, I don't know if you remember, but you played an Elliott Smith song for me on your old show. You know what? I know I've said this, but the management here said that nobody listened to my old show. And these emails are totally proving them wrong. But anyways, back to the email. No one plays Elliott Smith on the radio anymore, and I was hoping that you would. By the way, no offense, but I do not understand the format of your show. You keep saying Skinny Tie, and I know you explained it, but I hear pop, rock, country, rockabilly, you name it. How is it new wave, but you play Linda Ronstadt and Billy Joel? How come? Okay, you know what? I have to wrap up things here in a bit. I think I already addressed most of this, so I'm going to skip a bit till we get to this part. She writes, I told you a year ago that my ex-boyfriend moved on really fast after we broke up, and that kind of bothered me. But get this, his new relationship did not work out, and a couple of months ago he contacted me, said he was sorry, and he wanted me back. I thought about him for a while. I actually met him for lunch, and I was tempted. We did have some good chemistry, and he was a good boyfriend until, of course, he broke up with me. But I didn't take him back. I resisted. I was strong, and I told him thanks, but no thanks. I'm proud of myself. I'm glad I was strong, but part of me wonders, what if? Maybe things would have been better this time. I'm not saying I regret my decision, but how do I know for sure that I did the right thing? Keep it anxious, Ashley. Well, Ashley, I can only say this. You did what you thought was the right thing based on the information that you had at the time. You knew he wanted you back. You knew what your relationship with him in the past was like, the good and the bad. You knew what it was like when he dumped you. And it sounds like you made the best decision based on the information that you had at the time. Of course, there isn't anything that's certain, which I guess I say that with some certainty, so maybe I'm contradicting myself, but I still believe that. Like I've been saying, I thought, for example, my old show was gone and forgotten, but apparently it meant something, or at least it was memorable to some people, including yourself. But of course, our perspectives can be altered, and they probably will change eventually, but that doesn't mean that our past decisions were wrong. Sounds like you made the best decision at the time. You did the best that you were able. And you know what? If something happens in the future, then you'll make the best decision then. So don't be too worried, Ashley. I think you did the right thing. All right, that's it for Nothing Matters But the Weekend. Enjoy your weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And like I told Ashley, Do what's right based on what you know right now. This is DJ Andy Xavier, and I hope you had a good time listening to the music, to my interactions with my listeners, and to my multiple efforts to define the musical genre of skinny tie new wave here on WILL.